Hello, this is Lauren Holley-Allen again with Emergency Management Made Easy with Lauren. And I'm happy to be back with you today. I have a question for Class 11 series. This is Class 11. My question is, do you know where you're going? Do you know where you're going to? I tell you what I'll do. I won't drop you off and leave you there. I will guide you and I'll take you there. Because today we're going to discuss time frame process mapping. And I know it sounds like a big deal, but I pride myself in giving you something you can use. There's a sample on page 143 in the book. You can write a step-by-step house of worship emergency safety and security plan with Lauren Holley-Allen. Page 143. I have a couple of pages I will refer you to if you have the book, for those who have it. How to create your process map. How to process. What is it? Well, a process map is a handy tool used by many organizations, like the emergency management agencies and planners. It's used to gain a better understanding of your process. It is especially useful when there are complicated plans to examine and write. In this case, the map is an outline or picture of everything that you anticipate happening within your planning process. You might consider it as often easier to begin at a top level of hierarchy and work your way down to the lower level of detail. It's up to you. If you are already familiar with your planning process, which I know you are familiar because we've worked on it together, you may choose to start at a lower level, and that's just a suggestion. And you'll decide by the end of our meeting today how you want to do it. There should be no more than 10 tasks discussed at any one level of this process, just 10. We want to simplify your process. What does that mean? Initially, I followed the suggested text when FEMA's June 2013 Developing High Quality Emergency Operations Plans for Houses of Worship guide. This plan is the standard in most worship houses in the United States. That's what they have been using. Another holy grail, so to speak. Another holy grail. While this was an outstanding publication, and I enjoyed reading it and I enjoyed studying it, and many checklists followed, it was necessary for me personally to deviate and develop a planning process map that addressed the needs of my worship house and our business on campus. This process is also known as time mapping. Time mapping. And I suggest that is your focus. Time mapping, because it's easier. It's a technique that involves creating a visual of how you use your time and resources during different activities over a specific period, like a day, a week, or a month. It is much more than just a to-do list. It provides a comprehensive view of how you're using and distributing your time, helping you to identify time drains, optimizing your schedules, and improving your overall productivity. Are you being productive in what you're doing? Does it make any sense to you? This will help you with your emergency planning process, be it at work or be it at home or within your organization. How are you using your time, and does it make any sense to you? Where are you going? Where are you going to? Is my question of the day. Where are you going? My primary reason for introducing this is to help you to achieve your goals more effectively and manage your resources more effectively. I have used it and it saved time, and this form helped me to maintain my focus. Let me give you an example of how it looks. Pencils up, paper. For those who do not have a book, let's write. A. What date did you start writing the plan? For a meeting to finalize and prioritize training needs and develop a plan. A date. This is based on information gathered during your recent risk assessment. So the meeting is on a specific date that you choose, that you set up. B. Begin developing a draft of the emergency plan or the emergency preparedness plan with roles, duties, positions, and responsibilities. Who is going to do what? Our team are meeting to develop a draft. 4 team members are meeting to discuss A, B, C, whatever that is. Who's going to meet, how many, and what you will discuss in that meeting. You are committing now everything to paper. C, another date. Develop a timeline with team for final review and completion of your emergency plan. So you see how we follow along. As we are developing your plan, we are setting timelines for what we will achieve on specific dates. And when we meet, who will we meet with? And what will we discuss in that particular meeting? It's a timeline. It's a map. It's showing you where you're going to. The plan content, where to begin. Pencils up. The emergency policy is the beginning of your comprehensive emergency plan and should be developed for your business needs. The plan should be written to provide a basic outline and overview of your small and large business. The plan ensures that all who are involved in your business are responsible for implementing the plan and are familiar with its provisions. What's in it? Familiarity. What is in this plan? What are we discussing and why? They should actively participate in all modifications, changes, and receive updates each time the plan is changed. This is new. This is new. If there is more than one business, Each site should have an emergency plan tailored to the location's site needs. If you have 3 stores, different parts of town, different states, different counties. You have 2 churches, 1 church at 2, 3 locations. In all likelihood, your insurance companies are going to want you to have this anyway in writing. If you apply for a grant or loans or small business loans, you're going to need this anyway. So each location will have its own individual plan. It's just the planning process of running your business, keeping a business, all of that. This is the business aspect of what you do day to day. Supervisors, administrators, small business owners. The purpose and situation overview. What is your purpose for writing it? What is your purpose for doing it? Where are you going with this? What is this all about? This is new as well. The purpose sets the foundation for the entire plan. It is a general statement of what the plan is meant to do. Simple. Simplify it. Keep it simple. The situation overview explains why the plan is necessary, as we have discussed. Why is this necessary? What are you doing? Why are you doing this? Example. Purpose and scope. This too is new. The purpose of this document is to outline the process for how our organization or business, the name of it, will prepare, respond to, and recover from emergencies or disasters. This document will cover the following. I'm going to repeat that for my note takers. Pencils up. The purpose and scope of your plan. The purpose of this document is to outline the process for how our organization, the name of it, or business will prepare, respond to, and recover from emergencies or disasters. This document will cover the following. Let's do the following together. This is according to your risk assessment. Your risk assessment, that form that you put together, that's your guidelines. Those are your guidelines of the issues that are going to be addressed at your site. Risk assessment, weather emergencies, natural disasters and threats, floods, tornadoes, and power outages. Environmental threats, hazardous materials, threats to public health, gas from toxic leaks, spills. Roles and responsibilities of staff and volunteers. Response protocols for incidents requiring internal and external coordination. How will we respond? What's the protocol? What's the plan? You're writing the plan, your protocols. How are you going to lead? What you're going to do? All of it. Criminal acts, bombs and bomb threats, explosions, or domestic workplace violence. All of this is familiar to you. We're just committing it to paper. Based on what your risk assessment says your issues are, that will be on this list. We're keeping it simple. How a policy statement is written, or how to write a policy statement. Sample. The purpose of this emergency preparedness plan is to provide a safe and secure environment and campus. This includes parking locations, lots, and the immediate surrounding grounds of our business. The plan is designed to work toward the elimination or control of all hazards for all building occupants. To accomplish this mission, we must strive to provide a safe and secure place of business for all visitors and employees. This documentation provides an overview of how we plan to address any disaster or emergency that may impact our business community. Doesn't this sound like a mission statement? Sounds like a mission statement. And you know what? Your mission statement can be used in coordination with the risk assessment to put this together in the language that you prefer. So we're going to make it simple. Mission statement, risk assessment, plan. And it can be as simple as you need it to be. It doesn't have to be a 20-page dissertation. It can be a half a page, it can be a couple of sentences. But if, in fact, you apply for a business loan, if you apply for a grant, if your insurance company wants to see something in writing, you will have it already written, nailed down. And maybe on one sheet of paper. Simple as that. Where are you going? I'm going to walk with you. So, bear with me again. I made a screenshot for you that wants to come apart now that I'm at this point. Give me a minute. Made your screenshot. Let me see if I can. Screenshot. I'm going to back it up. Let's take a minute to look at it. Emergency planning team, threat assessment team, small business community team. This plan will be reviewed and updated biannually or annually by the emergency preparedness planning team members, as confirmed by their respective signatures and dates. Let's see who's sitting on this administrative committee. Let's see who's sitting on it. David Cohen, Chief Preparedness Officer. Adavan Akaria, Vice Chair. Chair Pro Tem of the Trustees Board, James Day. Abdul Daman, Active Shooter Consultant. Akajat Amrit, Coordinator of Security. Lauren Holley-Allen, M.A., author. Father Richard Davis, editor and advisor to the board. This is a sample of how your business team, your threat assessment team will look. This is a commitment that this plan will be reviewed annually or biannually by the emergency preparedness planning team members, as confirmed by their respective signatures and dates. They are committed to do this. This form, this sheet, is one in which you can easily replace names. So this I'm allowing as a possible sample of how you might just write your sheet. It's just one sheet. So if two people resign or someone leaves the job or the association or the board or the church, for any reason, you can easily replace that person's name. You can easily replace that person. So that's why I decided to do that one sheet, because, as I said, whoever you work with at any level, they're going to need to see that. Fire department, when they come annually to do your annual check of your business, they will probably want to see that as a part of your plan. They'll want to see a plan. And later on, when we discuss fire emergencies, I will share even more information that they will need at that point when they come in to evaluate your facility. Oh yeah, I'll do that for you. It's in the book. I have it for you. No worries. No worries. So what to do next? Upon completion of the emergency operation plan, we will request assistance from the trainers recruited from the outside agencies who are volunteering their time. We're going to take a quick look. We probably won't finish it today, but we'll take a quick look at it. Additional community resources are as part of your planning process. You might need to invite the expertise of experienced professionals in various fields. You might need various organizations with leadership abilities to guide you through your safety and security process and planning protocols. Communication with external community partners. It is important to address beforehand how your business, worship house, and family members will communicate with all of the individuals who are directly or indirectly involved in and after an emergency crisis. What do you say to them? How do you communicate? When to keep community partners and the media informed. Be clear about what steps have been or should be taken to attend to member safety after the crisis event. After the crisis event. During the response and recovery process. Inform families and community members what support services the facility is providing or what other community resources are available. This information sharing should be the responsibility of the leadership team or designee responsible for public media relations. We will deal with public information officers. In my book, I already have written how you would communicate with the media and what you would say to them. Book reference, page 55. Develop ongoing relationships with law enforcement in your community. Collaborative planning teams should be an active part of the process, the emergency planning process. In the development of your emergency plan, they should be professionals with varied expertise, i.e. law enforcement, emergency management, fire and medical personnel, mental health professionals, and various religious organizations within your community. I can't stress this enough. So I will stop with this today. This was a lot, and there was some new information, but also this information builds on what you've already learned in the last 10 courses. This is class 11. So I'm taking you, not sending you, not dropping you off like an organ, like an orphan. I'm sorry. Not dropping you off like an orphan. I'm taking you somewhere. I'm showing you some new things to help you take that risk assessment and develop it into your plan. But use a map. 10 things. You're mapping. What dates, what you're doing, who you're doing with, why you're doing it, and you're documenting in your mapping what you're doing, how you're doing, and why, and who's at the table. You never know what you're going to need. If something happens in your business or at church, your attorney might need to know, well, how do you all operate? What is your planning process? What's your thinking process? What do you have written? What have you committed to the insurance company? What have you, who are you and where are you going? Where have you been and what are you doing? Show me in writing, your attorney might say. If somebody breaks a leg or somebody gets shot and they want to sue you or something may happen on your grounds, in your business. There are a lot of reasons to document. Hopefully, I am making it easy, simplifying and building your process of documentation. Start mapping now, using the risk assessment, using the mission statement, because you're going to need it anyway, because you're going to grow, you're going to develop. And as a result of this training, you're going to be so much better, and you're going to be thinking to expand your organization. And you're going to feel confident that you can do it based on the knowledge that you have. Knowledge is power. So I'm asking you, where are you going? Do you know where you're going to? Email me with questions, concerns. Please do. Prepare before it happens at outlook.com. And I am Lauren Holley-Allen, your trainer. Know where you're going, know why you're going, and know how to get there. Why? If you can change what you know, you can change what you do, right? See you next Friday. Have a blessed week.